It's a Monday.
I was actually talking about the fact that I enjoyed a very interesting movie at the cinemas for the first time in a very long time.
Are you serious?
But only realized that I did not do one very important thing that you guys should not well, don't make that mistake.
Yeah, I came across it last week as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so apparently when you go to the cinema,
When you go to Silverbird.
Silverbird
Cinema,
you
yeah.
get a raffle ticket.
Yeah.
So I almost missed out on it. And I didn't think it was such a big deal until someone told me that,
you could win a car.
Win.
So if you're out there and you've seen a movie at the Silverbird Cinemas and you did not get yourself the Biggie Watch and Win 4.0 raffle ticket, maybe you should go back. Or, I don't know, maybe you should go back and see another one. So if you go to a Silverbird Cinema,
can't you go
see
with
a
your
movie,
former ticket to go and claim it?
I don't know,
I want to
perhaps.
collect it.
But if you go to a Silverbird Cinema to see a movie, redeem your Biggie 4.0 Watch and Win 4.0 raffle ticket at any participating participating cinema, and make sure that you hold that tight to your chest, because you might win a brand new car amongst other prizes. But it's the brand new car,
Exactly.
car.
Right now, brand new is very key.
Brand new anything, brand new. And
that's
also,
5 years insurance.
Yeah.
Like 5 years knowing that you don't have to buy anything.
Exactly. And also note that even on the show here, we're going to be giving out a few things, a few items from that promo, courtesy of Biggie. So you guys always stay tuned. We're going to be asking questions during the show. You guys should participate. So just in case you didn't go to the cinema, you can always join us.
Guess what? There's time. There's a lot of time because the raffle draw, the main event, is going to be on the 2nd of December.
Exactly.
So it's going to be, there's a long time for you to
Don't think there's plenty of time. Go and watch enough movies. You've only got 17. Gather enough tickets.
You've only got 17 days.
In fact.
Come on.
It's just 17 days. So hurry.
It doesn't feel like that though, does it?
Before you know, the year will be ending. In any case, what's up and about, ladies? You
we
are
had plenty
welcome.
to watch over the weekend.
Ah, yes.
Besides movies.
I excised myself from the debates that were going on all weekend
There were plenty.
about, especially, I don't know why this was a thing, about marital issues. One of them took precedence. Everybody was talking about this one because I think the subject, one of the partners, is actually in the eye of media, is a very relevant person in media. And we're talking about the Do2 instance, which we actually even spoke about inside of the Black Table on Friday evening. But new revelations have come out since after then. We were talking about the fact that everything we were reacting to was coming from Do2, who is an OAP, a radio host, and also a hype man, used to be a hype man for Dbanj. So he's in this debacle, this custody battle with his estranged wife. And everything that he put out, people reacted to, and there was this hashtag justice for Do2. But over the weekend, according to you, there has been another angle to this that was put forward by his former wife.
You know, there were a lot of people commenting on his post saying, oh, other celebrities are not talking, they're not this, they're not that. Everybody wanted to hear from the other party, the other side, because over time we've noted that when things come out on social media, if you don't hear the other side, you might just put your foot in your mouth. Now, there's one line that she used in her response, and she said, don't push me. When a woman says, don't push me,
you can tell that she has put a restraining order on herself.
She has held herself.
What was the body of this?
There is a lot that hasn't been said, but apparently she waited for her lawyers to give her advice before responding. She mentioned that there is CCTV footage of certain violence.
I think it's best for you to take it from the top, especially for people who are not even aware of what story is about.
Yes, so they have recently divorced, and apparently the courts gave him, joint custody, access to the children.
Or rather, no, it wasn't even joint. It was shared custody during holidays. It was specified, yes.
Based on the fact that it's possible the kids could go to boarding school, so during the holidays is when they would have more time to share. And she is saying essentially that she asked him to bring the children back for after Christmas, and apparently he didn't. So that's where all this back and forth
went. In time for New Year.
Exactly, in time for New Year. Also, she mentioned the fact that she had been blocked on social media by him, on WhatsApp and on Instagram. So this information makes us ask more questions. Like, okay, so how exactly, was she supposed to respond when you're posting videos on social media of the kids, when you've already had an agreement before that, oh, we're not going to be putting
about the children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to still watch out for in this particular story, but I always advise whenever couples are having arguments, sometimes just step back. Don't put your mouth yet. Hear all the sides. Now the thing is, the person in the media is definitely the person that's going to get the most airtime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And families will always hold back the woman from speaking.
In most cases, yes.
And there's a reason for that, Mary.
The woman is expected to be reserved. She's supposed to contain everything, manage the situation better, be, in quotes, more mature about it. They'll say, oh, men tend to go off, but women should be more restrained because women are not humans.
No.
See, I read, so the thing is, the reason I'm taking this stand on this matter is because I had the misfortune of reading his rebuttal to her before reading her feedback. Because he had been ranting for a few days, and then apparently she responded, and then he responded to what she wrote.
So that was the one you saw first?
Yes, I read his rebuttal first. And then yesterday evening, I now read a response. And all I could do was shake my head.
At who?
Could not believe it.
At who now?
At him. Because if the sympathy was initially, when it comes to custody matters, I know quite well that women tend to, you know, not because they want to punish the man in some cases. One, because they don't even want to have anything to do with the man. We are done. There needs to be a way around it. And then they're also thinking that, well, if you don't see the children, it's not as if you cannot have children elsewhere. And, you know, there's always something women
we had this conversation on the black table in the evening.
That will hurt the children.
We had this conversation on the black table on Friday, and all I did was actually tell the instance, and I refrained from actually giving my opinion. However, I will say this: I do not care who's right or who's wrong. I do not care what side people want to take. I really don't give two hoots. Don't worry, I'm safe. About whatever people's opinions are or their preference or who's supposed to, whatever. What I care about is this. It is none of our business
to have that put in the media.
This put out in the media and for it to be celebrated as much as it is.
The woman even stated that she kept quiet for so long because of that, because she didn't want to be in the media for the children's sake.
I empathize with both parties, yes. However, there are kids involved here. This matter will remain in the media for the rest of their lives. They will make up their minds based on whatever lies or truths are put out there. It will affect them. A mother's love, a father's love, both are very important in the upbringing of a child. You cannot take away one. If you take away the father's love, you're compromising those kids emotionally. Absolutely. If you take away the mother's love, or rather, if you take away the mother's love, you're compromising them emotionally. If you take away the father's love, you're compromising discipline. Yeah. You need both parties to raise a kid. In the instance where you have people who have diverse preferences and marriage has fallen apart, you need to consider the fact that there are other lives involved, and it's not just about your ego or what you want or how right you are, or consider the kids.
In considering the children, I'm still going to go back to the couple. There's also that thing of respect. Just because your marriage did not work out, it's no reason for you to want to drag down the other person.
Disrespect each
other. Life happens. Divorce happens. Yeah. Sometimes you guys go your separate ways for different reasons. But that's no reason for you to want to castigate the person or trying to make the person look bad in front of other people. I don't care how true it is. But the reality is, when it comes to someone who was once everything to you in your life, you have no reason doing that. For goodness sake, there was a time in your life when this woman was everything to you.
Exactly.
Things fall apart, and they have fallen apart. But that is no reason for you to want to make a mess of her. She was forced to even say certain things about their marriage, just to clarify how broken
was she forced?
Is. See, believe me, that statement
she wrote. Do you think she could still have exercise restraint?
She could not.
She waited for advice.
She waited for advice. There were 3 reasons she had to do that. 1, according to her, there was almost no way to reach him. Yeah. Because he could have access to her. But she could not.
But she had been blocked.
2, he went on social media. He went on media.
Which is the only thing he knows how to do because he's a media person anyway.
Of course. And then, so the only way she could respond to him was via media. And 3, let's also remember that even while he was still coming on social media to talk about it, efforts were already being made because she even dated the
Listen,
efforts.
they're singing us out already, yes. So
Yeah,
unfortunately, we cannot continue. But I will say, public jury is not for family matters.
It's not.
Absolutely not. Don't do it. If you have instances in your own lives that are going awry, please restrain yourself. Do not put it out there in the media. In fact, you can both take care of it yourselves.
Yeah,
You
hopefully.
don't even, in most cases, need family.
But to be on a more serious note, life happens though.
Life does
You might
happen.
find yourself putting things on social media you don't want to.
In any
All
case,
right, but I'd love to hear
Judge.
your thoughts on this. Your
Yeah.
opinions are valuable as well. Of course, use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know what you think.